located two firefighters down in the AB corner of Division 3. They're low on air, and we need additional personnel.
Even though the number of structure fires per year decreased over the past 2 decades, firefighters continue to die at the same rate in these incidents. Excluding the events of September 11, 2001, there has been an average of about 30 firefighter fatalities per year in structure fires in the U.S., according to data compiled by the National Fire Protection Association. These fatalities result from a variety of causes, but one of the major causes is the absence of an effective emergency rescue plan before firefighters become trapped. In this program, we will present information on why rapid intervention teams are needed, how they are structured, and how they function outside of burning buildings. The training objectives are to define what a rapid intervention team is, to examine why rapid intervention teams are needed, to show what a properly equipped rapid intervention team is, to describe how a rapid intervention team functions outside the hazard zone at structure fires, to describe typical Mayday procedures, and to show what happens when a Mayday is declared. Whether it is called a rapid intervention team, a rapid intervention crew, or some other name, NFPA 1500 defines it as having at least 2 members available for rescue of a member or a team if the need arises. The OSHA Respiratory Protection Standard requires having at least 2 properly equipped and trained firefighters positioned outside of the IDLH atmosphere to account for the interior team and remain capable of rapid rescue of the interior team. In the OSHA standard, the term properly equipped means that the members of the rapid intervention team must wear at least the same type and level of PPE as the initial entry team, including SCBA or supplied air respirator. Notice that neither definition limits a rapid intervention team to just 2 members. If the situation requires and enough firefighters are available, the IC can increase the number of members on a rapid intervention team or increase the number of rapid intervention teams on scene. Experience on actual downed firefighter incidents has shown that 2 firefighters may be sufficient for locating a lost or disoriented firefighter. If the firefighter in distress needs to be rescued, as many as a dozen rescuers may be needed. And unless rapid intervention personnel are well trained and disciplined, 1 or more of them may need to be rescued. While working inside a burning building, firefighters can become lost, disoriented, or trapped for a variety of reasons. Among the most common reasons that firefighters need to be rescued are inadequate fire experience, inadequate survival training, and inadequate fireground organization. Inadequate fire experience results from responding to fewer fires than in the past. In the last half of the 20th century, many fire departments began responding to more emergency medical calls than fire calls. Another contributing factor was that fire prevention efforts became more successful, so there were fewer fires to fight. This lack of fire experience can result in firefighters being less able to accurately size up a fire and in a failure to recognize rapidly deteriorating conditions. Inadequate survival training can result in a failure of firefighters or their supervisors to recognize fire conditions that lead to sudden unexpected events, such as flashover, backdraft, or structural collapse. Inadequate survival training can also result in a lack of understanding of the need for and use of safety equipment, such as personal protective equipment or PPE and SCBA. Inadequate survival training can also result in a lack of understanding of the need for taking a forcible entry tool inside with them to help them escape if necessary. Inadequate fireground organization can result in communications problems, such as a failure to hear an emergency evacuation signal. Inadequate fireground organization can also result in operational problems, such as a failure to ensure an adequate water supply.
Interior engine 10, we've lost pressure. Where's the water?
In this case, the term properly equipped refers to both the PPE worn by rapid intervention team members and the equipment that they must be ready to take with them into a burning building. According to 29 CFR 1910.134, the members of a rapid intervention team must be trained and equipped to at least the same level as the firefighters they would seek to rescue. For interior operations, the initial entry team members and the members of the rapid intervention team should be wearing full structural PPE that meets the requirements of NFPA 1971, 1500, and 1981. Fully compliant structural PPE consists of firefighting boots, turnout pants, a turnout coat, a flame-resistant hood, a structural helmet with eye protection, a chin strap and an ear flap, firefighting gloves, a pass device, and respiratory protection. In addition to their personal firefighting ensemble, each member of a rapid intervention team should carry certain equipment items, including a portable radio, a rope bag, a strong hand light, a thermal imaging camera if one is available, a complete SCBA or a spare cylinder, and either a forcible entry tool or a trauma kit. When they arrive at the scene of a structure fire, the rapid intervention team conducts a quick size-up of the building and the situation. As part of their size-up, they should determine how many firefighters or crews are inside and where they are assigned.
Side clear. We have an access to the over here.
Here's the situation. We've got 2 firefighters that we know are down on the B and Charlie corner there. You've got to get to them. I've got engine 8, ladder 31.
After their size-up, the primary function of a rapid intervention team is to establish and maintain radio contact with the crews or firefighters in the hazard zone and be ready to enter for search and rescue if needed. To accomplish this, one member of the rapid intervention team should remain near the entrance to the hazard zone. The hazard zone may be the interior of an entire building, but it may be confined to a small area within a large structure, such as a single floor or a single room. Another critical function of the other rapid intervention team members is to set up the RIT staging area close to the hazard zone entrance, but outside of the collapse zone. All of the tools and equipment that may be needed to search for and rescue a firefighter in distress are gathered in the staging area. The tools and equipment that may be needed consist of spare SCBA cylinders, forcible entry tools such as axes, haligans, ram bars, and power saws, portable radios with spare batteries, hand lights with spare batteries, EMS equipment including a defibrillator and a resuscitator with spare O2 cylinders, and heavy rescue equipment such as jacks, shoring and cribbing, and hydraulic spreaders. The other member or members of the Rapid Intervention Team can also perform other duties, such as refilling SCBA cylinders or setting up scene lighting. Members of a Rapid Intervention Team can perform any duty that can be done in close proximity to the hazard zone entrance and that they can discontinue at a moment's notice without impeding critical fireground functions or endangering other firefighters. Rapid Intervention Team members who are performing other duties must keep their SCBA close at hand so that they can don it without delay and respond immediately when called. Many fire departments, but not all, have adopted the term Mayday to indicate a firefighter in distress. That is, one who is lost or disoriented or trapped in a burning building. While the specifics of when and how to declare a Mayday vary, typical SOPs include the following. If the firefighter in distress or the crew supervisor has a functioning radio, he or she should transmit the approved Mayday call on all incident channels. In some departments, this means to state emergency traffic, followed by a standard phrase such as firefighter missing, firefighter down, or firefighter trapped, followed by as much information as is known. In other departments, declaring a Mayday means just that. The firefighter in distress transmits Mayday, 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 identifies him or herself, and describes the situation using clear text or plain English. If the firefighter in distress does not have a functioning portable radio, and he or she cannot move or cannot escape from the room or area of entrapment, he or she should assume the position that affords the greatest level of safety and activate his or her pass device. The sound of the pass device will help the Rapid Intervention Team to locate the firefighter in distress. If the pass device fails to function, the trapped firefighter should attempt to draw attention by tapping on a pipe or a wall or the floor with a tool or other hard object. If there is little or no smoke in the room or area of entrapment, the distressed firefighter should shine his or her flashlight toward the ceiling as another means of helping the Rapid Intervention Team in its search. When a Mayday is declared over one or more of the incident channels, either by a firefighter in distress or by a supervisor who can't account for all members of the crew, certain things must happen. First, the incident commander declares emergency traffic to eliminate unrelated radio traffic from all incident channels and announces that a Mayday has been declared. The IC also announces whatever is known about the situation, including how many firefighters are missing or in distress, where they are located if that is known, and what their situation is or appears to be. If the missing firefighter's location was not announced as part of the Mayday declaration, units on scene may briefly cease all activity and maintain silence so that they can listen for the sound of the missing firefighter's pass device or calls or signals for help. Then, after a few seconds of silence, regardless of whether the missing firefighter's location is known or not, the Rapid Intervention Team is ordered into the hazard zone to search for the missing firefighter.
What else you need, but get them out of there now. Okay, thank you.
Once the Rapid Intervention Team has entered the hazard zone, the IC may order other fireground units to resume their activities but maintain radio silence. In this program, you have seen the basic structure of and the need for Rapid Intervention Teams, as well as how they function outside of the hazard zone at structure fires. This program defined what a rapid intervention team is. We looked at why rapid intervention teams are needed. We showed what a properly equipped rapid intervention team is. We saw how rapid intervention teams function outside the hazard zone at structure fires. We showed typical Mayday procedures. And we saw what happens when a Mayday has been declared. A firefighter who is lost, disoriented, or trapped in a burning building is clearly in distress. If the distressed firefighter is also running out of breathing air, he or she is in a truly life-threatening situation. When a Mayday is declared, as a member of a rapid intervention team, you must know what to do and be ready to do it at a moment's notice. The life of a fellow firefighter may depend on you.